Chapter 25 is filled with great information you'll probably only use if you're in a large corporation. This chapter helps you fill out the document information, and it's helpful if you're working in a group where the search feature is needed to find one document among the thousands of corporate documents generated. When I worked as a legal secretary, we had a document management program, so anything we put in this backstage area would be searchable by that program. It's also searchable by Word and Windows. This information is called metadata, and it's part of the information used by IT forensic people to find things on a computer that may have been deleted, or to do a public records request to find specific documents. Just as an example, I added the word pickle breath to my comments, and the search feature in the Windows found that one document on my computer. The keyword today is lackadaisical, which means idle or indolent, especially in a dreamy way. So if you're doing something halfway, you're being lackadaisical. This entire chapter is going to be done here in the backstage. So I want to show you, oh wait, I need to save this document first. I'm just going to save it on my desktop and just leave the name what it is so that I can show you what I mean. So here, now I have an author and last modified by. When you look at the author, if you wanted to change the author, you'll have to right-click on it. On your computer, it probably says student name. So you just right-click on that, and then you select Edit Properties, and then you can change the name of the author there. So you just type that in there and click OK, and it'll change it. You can also add a title. You can add keywords or tags, depending on which version you're in. And for each one you enter, you want to put a comma between them. In this box, you would add comments about your document. I just typed some junk there to show you that you can type in it. And then you're also going to be working with the advanced properties. So you click on the pull-down menu next to Properties and click on Advanced Properties, and you get this window with all these tabs in it. One of the things that I really liked learning when I first started teaching this class was this feature where you could say checked by, and then type in the person's name. So if somebody else is reviewing your work, they could put their name in here saying that they reviewed it. Then click on OK. And then they can put in the date, date completed, change text to date, and then type in the date. And click Add. And there are a lot of things you can do, but another one that you'll use in one of the exercises is the status feature. So you click on status and change the date back to text, and then you can just put draft or final or for review or whatever you want in there. Click Add, and then it puts that in the information. So that's all available for anyone who is doing searches for this document. You can click on Show All Properties, and other fields will open up, like you have a category field and a subject field and several other things that open up in here. And one of the exercises takes you through several of these to fill this information out. There's the status, so forth. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is talk about protecting the document. So you can mark this document as final, and then when someone opens it, a little yellow bar that comes up says that this document is final. But they also have the option to click on that bar and edit anyway. So this doesn't completely lock the file. It just tells people who are looking at it that this is the final version. The next option allows you to encrypt it with a password. And you've already done this in another chapter. This is just another place to do the same thing to protect your document. So you can put a password on it. And then restrict editing is the same thing as the other assignment. Again, just a new place to do the same thing, where you can decide what can be edited and who can edit. The last two are things you will not use unless you're in a company where the corporation has set those up on your network. Okay, the next thing is inspecting the document, and this will find errors that you may have made in the document. It's a really good feature and will give you a list of all of the things that may be wrong in a document that you can then right-click on and fix right in this space, and it'll fix it in the document. Check accessibility is designed to allow you to make your document so that someone with vision impairment can have the whole document read to them. So I think in your example there's a table, and so this, when you do the check accessibility, it makes it so that the text is there so that a reader could read that information. Check compatibility allows you to work with someone who's in a lower version of Word. So if you're in 2013 or 2016 and you're working with someone in 2003, all of the features that you use in these higher versions may not be available to them. And when you check this, it tells you anything in your document that would not be compatible for them and that they would not be able to see. So then you could correct them or change them or put text in or something to help them with that. That's not going to happen very often, but every once in a while it might. Now the next thing I wanted to show you is recover unsaved documents. If you close a document after not saving it, it should put it in this little space right here. I did this a couple of days ago so that would show up. Now you have a setting that you change in one of your exercises to make it save every minute. So I had it open for just 1 minute, and then it put it in here when I closed it without saving it. And I can just recover it by opening it. And there it is. That's all I typed in it. I put the time in so I'd know how long I needed to leave it open. And then it put it in that unsaved document space. Those documents will stay in that space for 4 days. Now this part right here shows you that while I had the document open making this recording, it saved my document twice, once at 7:04, and this was after I had saved. This is a document I had saved, and then again once at 7:05. So because I had it set to save every minute. So what happens if at 7:04 I had something in there I wanted to keep, and at 7:05 I had taken that out, and then I think, oh gee, I wish I had that back. I can revert back to the 7:04 version by just clicking on it and opening it. So these are all things that are useful to you, especially working in a large corporation. Don't be afraid to give it a try and perhaps organize yourself a little bit better. And then you can always try the search feature by putting a word in there that you would not normally use, like pickle breath, and that'll help you see if it's working on your computer. So have fun, because if you're not having fun, why bother?